Hello, my name is Erica, and this is episode 14 of the Stitch Your Own Adventure podcast. This is a podcast all about knitting, crocheting, crafting, and hopefully you're all here today because we have something in common with a love of those things. So if you're new here, welcome. Please, enjoy. And if you're returning, same. Please enjoy. I'm so happy to have you here chit-chatting with me about, our common interests, common passions and loves of yarn. So, if you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. If you enjoy this video, I would be happy to have you back and see what else is on my channel. So anyway, this is a new setup this week. Hopefully the lighting is okay. I know I have these bright windows behind me, but it seems like the lighting is okay. So hopefully you can see the colors and everything pretty true. It's a little bit more comfortable for me. This setup takes a little less work to move furniture around. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, today I have 5-ish, I think, finished objects. Yay! It's not as much as it sounds. You'll see. And then I have one work in progress. That's it. Just one left. Whoa. So sit down, get relaxed, have your knitting or crocheting or whatever you're working on. Let me know if you're working on something during this. I'd love to hear what it is. We'll just get into it. Dive into the objects. So, we'll start with what I'm wearing. I'll just throw my arms out and you'll know what I'm talking about. What I'm wearing today is my town sweater by Ozetta, and this is, I think, my favorite finished object to date. I love this sweater. I made it out of Wool of the Andes, which is a Knit Picks yarn. I made it in the color Mink Heather, so it is a 100% wool, but it's not really scratchy. A couple times it feels like a little scratchy around my neck every once in a while, but honestly, I've been wearing this for the past 3 days. I just keep putting it on. It's so cozy. And it's just getting softer and softer. It just feels more and more comfortable. So it's got these beautiful long ribbing on the sleeves. I just love the neck, this beautiful high neck, the drop shoulders. It's got a nice long ribbing at the waist. I'll try to squat stand. And I love it. Yesterday was Christmas Day and I wore this to our little the Christmas party we were going to, and I just felt so cozy but still kind of dressy because I had earrings on and nice pants, and it's a fabulous sweater. If I didn't already say so, it's by Ozetta. So I would highly recommend this pattern, and I could see myself making it again potentially. I haven't done a ton of making multiples of the same pattern, but this is such a classic look and so wearable that I could see making it again. So anyway, the next thing on my pile of finished objects is the Musselburgh that I made for my boyfriend Ben. Ta-da! So beautiful! It's got some color pooling, but Ben says he likes it, so I'm happy with that. I tried it on him. I put it in his stocking because I finished it on Christmas Eve, and so then he got to open it as a gift on Christmas Day, which was fun. And it fits, which is amazing because he has a really large head and he wanted a nice wide brim, and so I made it a bit longer than the pattern suggested. The pattern is by Ysolda Teague, and it's an amazing pattern. You can make it for a bunch of different gauges, so it's really a flexible pattern if you want to make someone a nice double thick hat, because you make it as a giant tube and then you stuff half inside the other half. But yes, this is it. It's a little big on me. We have different sized heads, but I'm really happy with how it came out. I haven't blocked it yet, but it fits and it's the look he wanted, so once I block it, hopefully he will be able to start wearing it. I mean, he could wear it now, but I think it would be nice to give it a good wash and block. So yeah, Musselburgh hat, classic pattern, very popular. If you haven't tried it, I would recommend it. Super easy, super like vanilla knitting, you know, meditative. You just have a long tube of stockinette, a few increases at the beginning, a few decreases at the end. So a nice easy pattern, but this one took a while. Like it felt like I had to kind of push myself to keep going on this one just because it was so many stitches around because I made the adult large. And then, you know, it had to be so long. But no, it was definitely enjoyable. So I made this using another Knit Picks yarn. I think that's the theme of the day. But this is Knit Picks Hawthorn in their kettle dye style. And it is in the color Conifer, which I think is appropriate. It's all these beautiful like dark greens. I feel like, yeah, this is probably more true to color. It's kind of like more darker and muted. But I guess, yeah, it is kind of bright if you hold it up in the light. But yeah, nice green. So this is for Ben. And it's done. So that's, you know, 2 of my finished objects, what I'm wearing and this. And then the remainder, oh, I guess technically it's actually 6. But the remaining 4 are all super, super simple, just pot holders. I just like, all of a sudden, I don't know, a week and a half ago, I was like, I need to use up some of my stash. Like I just felt like I needed to do something quick that would just like get rid of some things that have been sitting around waiting for who knows what. And I have all of this, I've got several skeins of Knit Picks Dishy, which is like, you know, 100% cotton yarn. It is nice. I like it a lot better than the ones you find at the big box stores. What's it called? The Lily Sugar and Cream and Sugar. If you know it, you know what I'm talking about. That one feels a lot more like coarse, a lot rougher, but these are pretty like smooth cotton, but they're still 100% cotton. And hence the name, it's pretty commonly used for dishcloths. And when I bought this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make so many dishcloths. And then I made some dishcloths. This is a few years ago, going on a bit of a tangent. And I realized I don't really get dishcloths, like as a concept. Are you using them to dry dishes? Are you getting them wet and using them to wash the dishes, like with soap in place of a sponge? Because they take so long to dry because they're such heavy cotton. I don't know. So I don't really get them. And so I was like, I don't want to make a ton and gift them and be like, I don't really understand how to use these. Please take this square of something I made. So I decided to take a similar concept and give people a square of something I made, which is a double folded pot holder. So this is a super, super easy pattern, more of a recipe, I guess. I found it for free on Ravelry. I'm just gonna look at who. It was called Folded Pot Holder on Ravelry, and it was put on Ravelry by Michelle Gibbs. And it's so easy, so fun, so quick, so functional because it's actually like double thick. You can use it as a pot holder, put hot things on it, you know, all that jazz. And yeah, you basically just like make a chain. Oh, this is crocheted, by the way. This is my first crocheted project in kind of a while, but these are crocheted. I made 4 of them. I've gifted 2 of them, so these are yet to be gifted. But you basically crochet a chain, put 3 extra stitches on one end, 3 extra stitches on the other end, and you just single crochet in a spiral, and it kind of naturally folds in on itself, and then you just seam the 2 straight halves together and it makes a square. So looking at this one, I think I started on this side. Oh, let's use the other one. I think I started on this side down the middle. I think that was my center chain, and then it eventually like folded, and then I seamed up here and I made a little loop. But yeah, just some nice pot holders. So this is the colorway Herb Garden in the Dishy Multi. Pretty standard. And I can get 2 of these out of one skein, one like 100-gram skein of the Dishy. And then this was in the Dishy Twist. It looks kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's not speckled. It's like, the yarn is like 2 colors sort of twisted together in the strand. I really like how it turned out. I think it has kind of a cool effect. I just don't know how I would describe it. But this was the color Begonia. So yeah, I thought it looked pretty festive. It's pink, but I was like in my head thinking like, oh, this is kind of red and white, maybe a little Christmassy. I think I'm gonna gift these to my 2 coworkers. So I might make a couple more so I can give them each a pack of 2. We'll see. How many pot holders do you need? Anyway, yeah, these are the remainder of my finished objects. Super fun project, even if you're not a crocheter, but you just want something that's not a dishcloth, but that is effectively like as easy and as simple a project and as quick a gift knit. I would highly recommend these. It's a free pattern, just like super enjoyable, so satisfying. Yeah, I like having them, and they're so nice and thick. If you have strong feelings about dishcloths either way, please let me know in the comments. I'm really curious, like, I feel like I should know how people use them, but I just like don't. Anyway, I have one work in progress, and this work in progress, I will say, was a bit of an impulse cast on, and it was sort of in the same vein as my pot holders. I was thinking like, oh, I just want to do something from stash. I just want to do a quick, easy project from stash. And, you know, the project I chose met some of those criteria. Definitely not all. So this is a pattern by Purl Soho. It's a free pattern, and it is called the Amazing Seed Stitch Wrap, I believe. Ta-da! Can you see that texture? I really, really love the texture. Oh, throwing things around. I'm gonna try to hold it up. Yeah. So I've never done seed stitch before. I feel like that's kind of crazy, but I've never done seed stitch before, and I'm just like loving the texture, and I'm really excited to have this wrap. So it is from Stash, which is great. It is a simple project, which is wonderful. Quick, I'm not sure what I was thinking. This is going to take me 1.5 million years. So this is the like length, is that right? Lengthwise, basically. So this is going to be a wrap, and it's going to be a nice wide wrap. So this is going to be this way. So this is like 24 inches, I think. And then it's lengthwise supposed to be like 75 inches. And I think I've done 7. So I'm, less than 1/10 of the way there. But I think it is going to be really nice. These colors are kind of coming across differently on camera, which is really interesting. The yarn I'm using was in Stash, and it is Loops and Threads, which I believe is the brand you can get at Michael's. Loops and Threads Colors. It is a discontinued yarn. I got it when it was like being discontinued, so I got it at a super clearance. I think it was originally sold for like $9.99, and I got it for like $2.50. So I got a bunch of these, but then I haven't known what to do with them because they're so stripy that I don't really want to make like a sweater or anything wearable in that sense, but I think this will be nice. So it's got all these pretty like, maybe, what? I'm trying to change the colors. I don't know. It's got all these beautiful, like, bronzy brown colors. And the colorway is called Violet Vixen. And honestly, until I saw it on camera, like literally just now on screen, I was like, oh, I do see some purpley colors. But when I'm just looking at it in person, in my mind, I was like, that color name makes no sense. Violet Vixen for something that's mostly like browns and bronzes. And then this like peachy pink color that comes around every once in a while. This color. But, you know, I guess they can name it whatever they want. But I didn't see much purple. I guess now on the camera, some of these spots, I see a little purple, like that is looking more violet on camera. But then when I look at it, not on camera, I'm like, I don't know. But I like the color, so the name matching it does not matter. But yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking this would be a quick project. But I am excited about it. I'm really excited to have this as a finished object, just a nice cozy rectangle, a wrap around my shoulders. I think this would be really great to have at work. My desk. I go between different buildings, but my cubicle at one of the buildings is like really cold. Really, really cold. So it'd be nice to have something there that I could kind of use as like a blanket or a shawl. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. This might be a year-long 2023 project because this is not going to be done anytime soon. But I am enjoying it. It's really soft. The yarn, I think it's 100% acrylic. I think. It's really interesting. It's either 100% acrylic or 100% polyester. And I'm going to try to show you. It's this really interesting, it's like very, it's very fuzzy and soft. And it seems like it's kind of like, it's got these long strands. They're almost like hair-like. Very loosely twisted together, so almost like a roving, except that it's not, you know, it's not wool. So yeah, it's an interesting yarn. It's not stretchy. You know, it like really pulls taut. It does not have any give. And yeah, it's kind of a strange texture. I'm not really sure what you'd call this, but I think it's kind of roving. But I have a lot of it, and I think this will be a good use for it, hopefully. I can also see, and here I'm getting ahead of myself like a lot. I could see myself making these as gifts. Kind of. It's like, I can see them being gifts. Can I see myself putting in that many hours? Maybe. But I have like 4 different colors of this. I think I have like 12 skeins of this type of yarn in 3 different colors. Because I bought it at a time when I like really got into crocheting. And it was a moment in time where I was like, I can make anything from anything. No. You do kind of have to match your yarn to your project. But I had this amazing newfound confidence where I was like, I could totally find any project to make with any type of yarn. I can do it, which is great. But also now I have all this yarn and I'm like, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make with that I'll actually use. So this is a good start. Anyway, this is my only work in progress. My goal for the weekend is to get it to be 10 inches long. Yes, if I make so this is 10 inches, that's a good dent. And then I can just keep plugging away at it. There's no rush, it's just for fun. So yeah, good meditative project. And then hopefully I'll also start a new project. I know last week I hinted that I would start a new sweater and then that didn't happen. So I'm glad I didn't tell you what I was going to be making because I still don't know. But hopefully sometime this week I'll start a new sweater as well. So that is all I have for today. I feel like I was talking kind of fast, which is funny because I've had 0 caffeine today, but maybe I'm just excited to see you. I hope you guys all had a really nice time. If you had some time off recently, I hope you have a great week upcoming. Enjoy the last week of the calendar year. and I hope to see you soon. Enjoy whatever you're working on, and until then, have a great time. I'll see you next time. Bye.